90 seconds till airtime, stations. 90 seconds till airtime. On my mark. Mark. 90 seconds till airtime, stations. 90 seconds. One minute till airtime, stations. 1 minute till airtime. On my mark. Mark. 1 minute till airtime, stations. 1 minute till airtime. Final remaining queue will be at 15 seconds. "30 seconds on my mark. Mark. 30 seconds, stations. "15 seconds till airtime, stations. On my mark. Mark. 15 seconds. Have fun."
The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman basketball on the Eagles Sports Network.
For Penland, catch, shoot, three, up, and it swishes in. CP for three.
We're getting you set for game day with a countdown to tip-off, powered by the Appalachian Electric Cooperative.
Rogers at the free throw line, kicks it out. Alvey into the left corner. Weichel three. Butter. Braylon Weichel flaming hot from the outside.
Carson-Newman basketball is brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By First Bank, the official banking partner of Carson-Newman Athletics. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By Fresh Ideas, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By Food City, value every day. By Premier Building Maintenance, delivering service with pride. By Trilite, dream big with gig. By Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. By the Mossy Creek Roasting Company, family-owned and operated, coffee fueling the Burke Tar Stadium press box. And by the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Now, here's the voice of the Lady Eagles, Andrew Rogers.
We welcome you to Dahlonega, Georgia, and North Georgia's Convocation Center, where Carson-Newman is set to play in the Nighthawk Classic for the fifth time in the program's history. Andrew Rogers, glad to welcome you to Dahlonega, Georgia, here on the Eagles Sports Network, as Carson-Newman battles against Clayton State in the opening round before taking on North Georgia tomorrow. But today's task is a Clayton State team that is 1-1 this season, and coming off a victory, or starting the season with a victory over Shorter by 2 points, and then wrapped up its opening weekend with a 22-point loss at the hands of the Anderson Trojans. Meanwhile, Carson-Newman on the flip side is coming off a fine performance in the opener. Shot 32%, only scored 72 points, but held Lander to 59 points, and the Lady Eagles collected a 13-point victory. But after that, it was all USC Aiken, and that was Carson-Newman's second opponent. The Pacers held Carson-Newman to 54 points and held an Eagles offense to just 26.6% shooting. That was the lowest shooting percentage performance by a Mincy-led group since 2014. The Eagles did excel in other areas offensively. They only turned the ball over on average 11 times, but unfortunately the ball only went through the basket at a consistent rate from the free throw line. Eagles shot 84% from the free throw line in 2 games to start the year, but just shooting 29% through the first 2 games of this season. So Carson-Newman trying to get right offensively and get back above 500 against the Clayton State Lakers on this Friday afternoon. This is the Appalachian Electric Cooperative Countdown to Tip-Off. AEC, member-owned and service-driven. We hear from the head coach, Mike Mincy, as his team prepares to take on the Clayton State Lakers for the 12th time in this series history. We're back for his comments and more when we return to Dahlonega, Georgia after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
And Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Our pregame conversation with head coach Mike Mincy heads your way in 60 seconds on the Eagles Sports Network.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit seeaneagles.com/Eagle Club.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Andrew Rogers back here on the Appalachian Electric Cooperative countdown to tip-off as Carson-Newman begins the North Georgia Nighthawk Classic against Peach Belt foe Clayton State. I'm Andrew Rogers with head coach Mike Mincy on the Eagles Sports Network. Coach, coming off a split weekend to start the year, a 13-point win over Lander and then an 8-point loss to USC Aiken. As this team has readied up for another weekend of games and another back-to-back, how do you think the approach has changed from one week to the second week to get ready for 2 Peach Belt foes?
You know, I think, and we talked about it after the game on Sunday, we're still trying to figure ourselves out a little bit. And some of that is on me, you know, just trying to jockeying around to see what kind of style of play is going to be best for us and what kind of rotation is going to be best for us. And, you know, do we stay small a lot? Do we try to get, in this case, say like Chloe at 6 foot and Knuckles at 6 foot together? So it's kind of a work in progress at this point with the amount of experience that we don't have to see what we can become. I mean, I know we have capable players and we have a capable system, and some of the things that we didn't do well at LR, we need to do much better. Like, we're not getting much in transition. We're not getting some of those easy buckets in transition. I think we've got 2 offensive rebound putbacks in the 2 games. We've got 0 back to the basket field goals. And not that we're going to get a ton of those this year like we used to, but we got to get more of that. And then in turn, you can't shoot 30% or less from the field and expect to win very many games.
You said work in progress. What would you like to see this team do to progress and get a win to start this weekend?
Well, I think it starts with making shots. That's if there's one thing I had to say we need to make an improvement on. I mean, clearly you look at our stats. We need to be able to make shots better. We certainly need to be able to play against teams that are going to guard us and get up in our business a little bit without running around like crazy, and we dribble the ball way too much. Like there's way too much dribbling. There's multiple cutters on top of each other, and these are all things as a staff that we have to get fixed. And we certainly spent this week trying to correct some of those things in terms of the spacing and the spreading of the floor. And if we can get that corrected and not be cutting on top of each other, and if you throw it to the post, who's going to be the one cutting? These are all things that we've addressed. And then outside of that, you got to make shots, and I think today you're going to see some pressure, and you can't be turning the ball over. You can't turn the ball over coupled with how we played against LR. So we need to play cleaner ball, and then we need to figure out a way to make the shots, because we had plenty of shot opportunities that I felt like were open against USC Aiken to win the game.
Andrew Rogers talking with head coach Mike Mincy here on the Eagles Sports Network. You mentioned coupling fewer turnovers or a limited number of turnovers with quality offense, something you could couple with that as well as defense. You had 7.5 blocks between the two games when you average it out. And Matty Knuckles basically is one of the top shot blockers after the opening weekend. What'd you like about the defensive end, and how does that need to stay consistent when your offense does come back?
Well, we've had 3 scrimmages against quality people. We've had 2 games now, and I feel like that they're both quality teams. Like we haven't played a team that's just, atrociously bad, or a team that's going to just kind of hand it to you, so to speak. We had to play fairly not clean basketball, but you can't just play bad and still win, even though we shot the ball bad against Lander. But our defense for the entirety of the preseason and the 3 scrimmages and 2 games has been pretty good. The most points we've given up in any one game is 64. We've held teams under 40% shooting, all but one of those. I think the Western scrimmage, they might have got above 40%. So like 3 of the 5, we've held them under 40%. And 3 of the 5, we got above 70, I guess. And so those are all things that really result in wins for us, is when we score above 70, hold teams under 40% from the field. And, we find ourselves, if you look at those scrimmages, we're like 3-2, even though we're 1-1, So I think we have a chance to have a better defensive team than we've had in recent years. It's just right now our offense is not as good as it needs to be.
We'll wrap up with Clayton State. Similar weekend to you. They won their first game, lost their second, but they got blitzed by Anderson, lost by 22 in a game that was close early. Anderson kind of poured it on and had a good, strong third quarter to win that game. What stands out that the Lakers will present in this game against you?
Well, they beat Shorter. Shorter beat Flagler. Shorter also lost by like 4 to a Division I opponent, UAB. So that tells you they're already quality, because they did beat Shorter. But then Anderson beating them by 20 or whatever, you really can't take any stock in that, because Anderson has more size than most teams, and they're an offensive rebounding juggernaut, and they got a lot of points on offensive rebounding. And, I don't know what our second chance points are, but we've only got 2 rebounds that result in an easy putback. So we're totally different teams. We got to beat teams a different way than the way that, say, Anderson can potentially do it. But, right now we've only scored 72 in regular season games. We need to be scoring more than that. That's kind of been our MO, and we've won a lot of games over the years by scoring a lot of points, and we're certainly not doing that. So anytime you take the floor, today's another opportunity to see if we've improved from Sunday now till Friday, and we're going to put the product on the floor and see what kind of improvement we've made. And it's going to be continually doing that at least through this first semester, to see how we can play and what our rotation is going to look like.
All right, best of luck today against the Lakers.
Thank you, Andrew.
That's the head coach, Mike Mincy. We're back for more on the AEC Countdown to tip-off after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
We're getting closer to tip-off.
Price picks it up, and Carson-Newman is the South Atlantic Conference Tournament champions.
More CN memories are headed your way on the Eagles Sports Network.
Power comes with not only having a voice, but knowing that it is heard. As part of an electric co-op, you're not just getting electricity, you're power to have your voice heard and the opportunity to work together with your community to create a better tomorrow. Here, you're not just a customer, you're a member. AEC, empowering voices just like yours.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel, from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
All right, Andrew Rogers, glad to welcome you back to Dahlonega, Georgia, at North Georgia's Convocation Center as Carson-Newman and Clayton Knuckles 9-6. And we've got a traveling violation in the backcourt as Keely Rogers was defending along the sideline and forced Kyla Green into a travel. 9-6 Carson-Newman, 6:38 to play first quarter. Inbound to Gonzalez. Eagles have yet to sub in this opening quarter. Gonzalez runs the point at the top of the key off a screen. Nothing there. Goes right side. Sullivan's open. Right wing three in the air. Swish. Jennifer Sullivan's got her second three. She's perfect on both of her tries, and Carson-Newman leads by 6 early on. Pressure in the backcourt. It's Cleveland skipping it to Butts. Now into the middle. It goes for Harris. Left side skip. Green left wing three is up short. Long rebound to the corner to Keely Rogers. Rogers bounce passes up the sideline, and Gonzalez couldn't handle the pass as Keely Rogers tried to pass it to her along the sideline. It was a tight pass to that far sideline in front of the Eagles bench, and Carson-Newman coughs it up. It's a turnover to give Clayton State possession back. 12-6, 6 to play in the first quarter. Right side, pass caught by Cleveland. Now off to Ward at the left wing. She drives, lobs inside. It's caught by Cleveland, back out front to Butts. Now a left elbow pass is picked off by Rogers. No numbers. Keeley's taking it inside the arc, driving to the basket. Left-hand layup's up too strong, and the rebound collected by the Lakers. Transition opportunity. Lob it inside. Sullivan deflects the pass and forces a turnover. Eagles up by 6, moving in transition with numbers. Gonzalez to the trailing Sullivan. Right wing three is in the air. It's butter again. Jennifer Sullivan's got 3 triples in the first quarter and now comes up with almost had a steal. Harris recovers and throws it up the sideline. Long skip to the corner. Butts to the trailing offensive player. The officials will stop it. The shot clock was all messed up. The pass went to Tasia Agee, a freshman from Warner Robins, Georgia. And that's where play was stopped after an issue with the shot clock. Carson-Newman off and running. The Eagles have scored 10 straight and have a 9-point lead. It's 15-6 with 5:19 to play in the first quarter. We'll take our media break here as they try to work out some shot clock issues along the scorers table. 15-6, Carson-Newman led by Jennifer Sullivan's 3 triples, and the Eagles are in control early on against the Lakers. We're back for more Lady Eagles hoops from North Georgia after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit seeandeagles.com/Eagle Club.
We welcome you back to North Georgia's Convocation Center. It's Carson-Newman 15 and North Georgia 6 here on the Eagles Sports Network. InterDigital strives to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services. InterDigital, laser focused on your success. So we took our media break a little bit early because of a shot clock issue. It's Carson-Newman 15, Clayton State 6. Worth noting, North Georgia and their staff have been put to work this weekend. They're hosting the NCAA Division II Southeast Regional Women's Soccer Tournament, and along with this 4-team, 2-day event. Out of the timeout, Lakers ball. It's Kyla Green off a screen from the left wing, driving middle. Now picks and pops with Joy Harris, who puts it on the floor, goes up and under over Knuckles. Too strong with a shot. Rebound, Keely Rogers. Rogers skips it up the floor to Gonzalez at the right wing. She drives by her defender, scoops up a layup and scores. 17-6. We're halfway through the first quarter, and Carson-Newman leads by 11. First double-digit lead of the game. Pass behind Butts, but she controls along the sideline. Around a defender, she goes into the paint, shoots over Knuckles, and hits it off the back of the iron, and it falls through. Jasmine Butts has her second field goal. It's a 9-point game again. 4:35 to go. Caroline Hill skips to Keely Rogers, top of the key. Right side, Jennifer Sullivan. Sullivan around his screen, met by two defenders, throws it to the baseline. Knuckles, a skip into the left corner. Rogers is lining up a three from the corner, and she bangs it in. Keely Rogers from three. Carson-Newman's hit 4 triples here in the first quarter and has 20 points. Drive inside after the Lakers break the pressure, and a shot up is missed by Jada Grigsby. Eagles rebound and run. Rogers tried to throw it into the paint. Knuckles bobbled the catch, eventually caught it, and got fouled underneath. Kyla Green was the one trying to intercept the pass. Got there a half step later than Knuckles, who was eventually able to corral possession and force contact driving up. And free throws coming for Knuckles with 4:04 to play, and Carson-Newman leading by 12 here in this first quarter. Knuckles now has the basketball. Eagles shot 84% from the line in their first 2 games, and they get the friendly roll. Does Knuckles with that free throw attempt? It hit the right side of the iron and then the backboard and rolled all the way around to make it 21-8. Next one is up and good. It bounced around and finally fell through. 4:04 to play. Carson-Newman's brought 2 freshmen into the game, Sybil Penland and Chloe Heath, to the floor for the Eagles, leading 22-8 with 4:04 to play in this first quarter. Pass up the sideline, deflected away by Sullivan. And it'll stay with Clayton State just behind the midcourt line. Going to hold off on giving you some statistical numbers because I think North Georgia's had a little bit of an issue statistically getting things rolling in this one. Again, they've got crews at this venue and at their soccer facility. Drive to the baseline by Ajee, fades away with a shot over Hill, missed it short, gets her own rebound, but throws it away. Eagles steal it. It's Sullivan up the near sideline, skipping it right wing. It's Caroline Hill shooting a 3, and she swishes it in. Carson-Newman is feeling it from beyond the arc. That's 5 threes, and they force a turnover. Sullivan driving inside, shot up with the right hand, no good, and the rebound deflects out off Carson-Newman. Eagles have 5 threes by my count. There's been 3 of them by Jennifer Sullivan. Keely Rogers has a 3. Caroline Hill has a 3. 25-8, 3:31 to go in this first quarter. Jasmine Butts will inbound against this Eagles pressure that has been tenacious. Butts pressured, skips it left side. Naya Young. Young lobs middle, caught. Now they reverse it back to Butts, who drives inside, floats one up, and it doesn't get the roll. Rebound collected by Chloe Heath along the baseline. The outlet pass goes to the near side. Gonzalez sprinting across the timeline into the corner. Sullivan inside. Sybil Penland's wide open for a 4-foot shot. Left it short, though. Rebound collected by the Lakers. Into the middle. Pass caught by Dowling Green. She drives right block, or toward the right block, and got fouled. 2:58 to go first quarter. It's all Eagles, 25-8. And according to our scoreboard stats, which are more accurate than the actual live stats, Carson-Newman shooting 80% from three and 55% from the field. Butts will inbound right baseline. Into the corner it goes for Jones. She drives middle, lost the ball, recovers, kicks it out to Naya Young. Plenty of time. Kalina Coleman's gone deep into her bench so far. Already 10 different players have played. Naya Young left wing off to the top of the key. Butts for three, top of the key, off to the left side of the iron. Gonzalez rebound. She's triple teamed. And a tie-up will give the ball to Carson-Newman. And a possession arrow in the Eagles' favor after losing the initial jump ball. 2:38 to go first quarter. 25-8 Lady Eagles. They have played very well. In this opening quarter, Gonzalez catches the inbound going up the far sideline. Out-races her defender to break the pressure. Comes off a left elbow screen. Now gives to Sullivan. Sullivan puts it on the deck, driving paint. Bounce pass. Heath, the catch, and the right block layup. Everything working for Carson-Newman offensively. It's 27-8. 2:20 to play first quarter. More pressure. Double team. Now Young gives it left side. Jones into the corner. Butts. Lakers break the pressure and nearly turned it over. Butts going after it, saves it along the midcourt line, and now will dribble again. Driving right is Jasmine Butts. Into the corner it goes. Now a three is in the air from Jones off to the left. Offensive rebound, Lakers in the corner, and now a cutting Cleveland puts up a right-hand layup. No. Offensive rebound collected by Dismuke, and she's fouled. Sybil Penland called for Carson-Newman's fourth foul of this first quarter. And that will give free throws to Tiana Dismuke. The West Alabama transfer had 13 points and 10 rebounds against Shorter in the season opener. Trying to crack the scoreboard for the first time in this game, and she swishes home the free throw. 27-9 Lady Eagles. $1:51 to play first quarter. It's all been about excellent shooting for Mike Mincy's crew so far. Next one's in the air, and it rattles home. 27-10. Eagles going back to the bench. Harmony Sullivan, Carly Hayworth, new Lady Eagles on the floor. Gonzalez, the only starter, still out there. In and out dribble for the freshman Sullivan, dribbling up the floor. Three freshmen, by the way, on the floor as Sullivan's fouled by Jasmine Butts. She was bumped, trying to cross back over to the right side of the floor as she approached the midline. 15 fouls, so Harmony Sullivan will get her first career free throw attempts in her second career game. Did not play in the season opener, and then played 9 minutes in the USC Aiken loss, and Sullivan swishes home the free throw. 28-10 Lady Eagles in this first quarter. Second one is up into the air from Sullivan, and both of them swish in. 29-10. More subs for Clayton State. The Lakers bring in Amanda Ezukwu for the first time. Naya Young trying to break the pressure against it's a 2-2-1 look for the Eagles. They skip it into the front court for Dismuke. She drives baseline, cut off by a defender, skips it top of the key. Three-pointer in the air for Joy Harris off to the left. Defensive rebound, Harmony Sullivan. Sullivan pressured by Harris in the backcourt, and a carry called on Harmony Sullivan. Carried the basketball on that crossover. Carson-Newman turns it over and gives it back to Clayton State with $1:25 to play in the opening frame. Skip it left side. It's Joy Harris, the junior guard from Lawrenceville, Georgia. Georgia College transfer. Gives it off. Spinning shot up by Jones off glass is a good one. Sybil Penland was trying to defend Jones on the drive, but Anaya Jones' shot was better, and Harmony Sullivan just carried the ball again. According to the officials, Mike Mincy's laughing about the call, displeased by the same official who called it for a second time. I think Kalina Coleman was asking for a carry the whole time as well. And they got Sullivan for it again. 29-12. Clayton State gets another turnover, and we'll have possession. $1:06 to play in this first quarter. 29-12. Carson-Newman Lady Eagles jumped out to a nice 15-6 start. Took their first double-digit lead to the Lady Eagles at the 4:50 mark of this first quarter at 17-6, and have hit 5 threes in order to jump out to this 17-point lead. Inbound goes to Nia Young. Skip it left side. It's Joy Harris. Harris looks for a cut. It's not there. She dribbles once. Now bounces at high post. And a foul on Sybil Penland. Trying to defend the entry to the left block, or left elbow rather, to Tiana Dismuke. Second on Sybil Penland, and that's the 5th on Carson-Newman. So free throws for the 5'9 junior Tiana Dismuke. The first one's in the air and swished in. Clayton State has the game's last 3 points to make it 29-13. 57 seconds to play in the period. Dismuke makes the second one. The Eagles will allow Carly Hayworth to dribble the ball up the floor this time. She breaks the timeline and sets up the Eagles' offense. Dribble handoff right wing with Harmony Sullivan. Now to Gonzalez, left wing Sybil Penland. 5 bench players on the floor. Chloe Heath, pump fakes, now gives Gonzalez the only starter, actually. And now we've got an illegal screen away from the play. It's on Harmony Sullivan. First on Sullivan, it's a player control foul, and so Clayton State will just inbound up the near sideline. The pass goes to Ezukwe, and she was fouled on the jump shot and made it. Chloe Heath closed out late, and a good-looking shot from the right baseline from Amanda Ezukwe, a freshman from Powder Springs, Georgia, knocks it home, and the Lakers have the last 6 here in the first quarter. 29-16, 34 seconds to play. In the frame, free throws up short off to the right. Gonzalez rebounds. Emily with her head up, dribbles across the timeline, sprints past all the white jerseys, goes right corner. Carly Hayworth, 3 is in the air, and it swishes in. Carson-Newman's hit 6 threes in the first quarter, the first from Hayworth, and now a steal. Gonzalez finds Sullivan, left-hand layup, good. 34-16, 5 quick ones from CN. The lead back to 18. Skip it front court, pass caught by Dismuke, gives off to Nia Young. 5 seconds to play in the quarter. Crossover, a pass deflected, stolen by Heath. 1 second, Eagles will just hold it. And that brings a stellar first quarter to a close. Carson-Newman erupts for 34 first quarter points. The Lady Eagles only scored 54 points in their last contest in a loss to USC Aiken. They only scored 72 in the opener. They've got 34 at the end of one. What a start for the Lady Eagles. And it's all because of three-point shooting. Carson-Newman's hit 6 threes so far to jump out to an 18-point lead. 34-16, Lady Eagles. We're back for the second period from North Georgia's Convocation Center in a moment. This is the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
We welcome you back to North Georgia's Convocation Center, where Carson-Newman leads Clayton State 34-16 as we get set for the start of the second quarter. Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider, providing Jefferson City with ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband. Let them serve you. Visit trilite.net. So Carson-Newman scores 34 points in that first quarter and hits 6 threes. The Lady Eagles only made 13 threes in 2 games to begin the year. And before we even get rolling here in the second quarter, we've got a shot clock issue. It never started. The game clock is 4 seconds in. The shot clock has not moved. 34-16. To put it in perspective, by the way, it's 34-16 live stats, if you're following there as well, has 28-17. They have had a rough first quarter. We'll see how things get going as a backdoor cut is from Jasmine Burtz. It's a good one. She floats it off the back of the iron and then gets it to fall through. 34-18, 20 seconds into the period. Sullivan races into the front court off to Keely Rogers. Rogers inside the arc, pick and pop with Knuckles for 3. Left it short. Rebound, saved inbounds by Rogers. She collected it, but was falling out of bounds and then threw it off to Smuke to keep the Eagles in possession of the ball. Shot clock resets to 20. Inbound Caroline Hill, right baseline, lob to Sullivan, right elbow Rogers. Sullivan steps back for a 3 and bangs in another one. Jen Sullivan's got 4 threes. Carson-Newman's got 7, and the lead is to 19, as Knuckles blocks a driving layup attempt from Green, and then Madeline Ladd, into the game for the first time, saves it along the baseline. Rogers gives off Sullivan. She's been hot in this first half now, with 12 points and 4 threes. Rogers around his screen, gives to Caroline Hill into the right corner. Maddie Knuckles. Knuckles, cross-court skip. Rogers, 9 to shoot, gives it back to Knuckles. Right corner 3 is good. They're all going in North Georgia's Convocation Center. Maddie Knuckles has her first, and Carson-Newman hit 8 threes and forces a turnover. Hill and Sullivan double the ball, and Hill takes it away. 42-18. Skip it left side. It's Green. Lobbing it into the corner to Smuke, baseline. Nearly threw it away. Gives it off to a Green 3, and she left it short. Long skip into the front court now to Caroline Hill. Hill spins away. Picks up the ball, lobs to Rogers. Rogers from the top of the key for 3, but she traveled before attempting the shot. 42-18. Carson-Newman in front. The Eagles have scored 8 of the first 10 points of this second quarter and have jumped out to a 22-point lead, largest lead of this opening half. Eagles still in this pressure and a bad entry pass, and Rogers comes up with it. Keely Rogers right side to Hill. Now the trailing Knuckles. Knuckles asks for a ball handler to come near her and gives off to Sullivan. 2 minutes into the second quarter, Sullivan crosses over, floats one up, and good. Jen's got it all rolling, and Kalina Coleman from Clayton State has seen enough. Carson-Newman has scored 10 of the first 12 in this second quarter, and it's 44-18. According to the scoreboard, Carson-Newman is shooting 66% and 75% from 3. I know that's off because they replicate the live stats, which also does not reflect 7 of Carson-Newman's points that have not been statistically recorded in this first half. Otherwise, though, it's Carson-Newman 44, Clayton State 18. What a first 13 or 12-plus minutes here in the Convocation Center. We're back for more Carson-Newman women's basketball action after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Andrew Rogers, glad to welcome you back to North Georgia's Convocation Center. 44-18. The officials during this break are checking to see if a Jennifer Sullivan right wing shot early in the second quarter is a 2-point or 3-point basket. I believe it was recorded initially as a 3-point field goal. We'll wait for the two officials to discuss things or to look things over before they determine whether it was a 2 or a 3-pointer. It sometimes may not be easy enough to tell what it is. The scoreboard has not changed, and I believe they're keeping it a 3-point field goal. Clayton State will inbound the basketball. They have had all sorts of trouble scoring and breaking this Lady Eagles pressure. Dribbling up the right sideline is Green. She's cut off, now goes to the right side for Cleveland. One more to Nia Young. She splits two, driving middle, keeps it and drives into the paint, flips it up with a right hand off the left side. That was crafty from Nia Young. Her first field goal, 44-20. Eagles break the pressure, go left corner. Madeline Ladd's lining up at three, and it rolls off the iron, no good. And we've got a foul away from the ball. Over the back, the whistle on Maddie Knuckles. That is Maddie Knuckles' second foul. That's the first on Carson-Newman, the first by either team in this second quarter. Clayton State going back to the bench. Raheem Salam, a junior forward. Played just 2 minutes. The first two games getting a chance to step onto the floor here, with the Lakers losing by 24 at the moment. Pressure in the backcourt. Young doubled by Rogers and Sullivan. Goes left side. Now the ball skips into the middle. It's caught by Harris. She doesn't want to dribble it. Now gives it off to Nia Young. Lakers will set up in what has not been a half-court game, a high up-tempo paced first half. Young at the free throw line. Flips it off to Green. Green drives, kicks it right corner for a Sky Cleveland three, and she knocks it home. Sky Cleveland for three. The freshman has her first field goal of the year. 44-23, 3 minutes into the second quarter. Rogers skips right side. Sullivan steps back. Right wing three is in the air. This one was online, but it was short. Rebound Lakers. Outlet pass to Nia Young. Right-hand dribble into the front court. Driving right. Pulls back. Still with the dribble. Now finds a cutting Cleveland. Pass behind her. It's stolen by Carson-Newman, but Young takes it back. Flips it up over Sullivan, and it's good, but an offensive foul. Sullivan gave the ball away. Young stole it. And then Nia Young went to the basket and barreled over Sullivan, who takes the charge. Excellent defending by the senior from Knoxville, and it's Carson-Newman ball. Still leading by 21 points. 44-23 have led by as many as 24. Gonzalez skips front court. Keely Rogers 4-on-3. Rogers flips it for Knuckles, and she traveled. Rogers tried to give it off to Knuckles, or did give it to Knuckles, and Knuckles tried to go up straight away, but I think her shot would have been blocked. And that's why she pump faked and eventually traveled. We've got a violation on the inbound. I think Sky Cleveland inbounding it stepped over the line. And so Carson-Newman will get possession. Clayton State making more changes. Nia Young is out. Jasmine Burtz, the most experienced Laker, is back on the floor, playing in her 73rd career game. Lakers also bringing in Nia Jones again. Inbound to Sullivan. She drives middle, works her way through the lane. Jasmine Burtz with the help side defense to block the shot. Burtz in transition. Stops, 4-foot shot over Knuckles, spins in and out. Rebound is out of bounds to Carson-Newman. Good transition defense by the Lady Eagles after the miss inside by Sullivan. 6:18 to go, second quarter. Carson-Newman in front, breaking some Clayton State pressure. 3-on-2. Sullivan drives, bounces, Knuckles. The no-look find. Sullivan with the no-look feed to Knuckles, and now a steal on the inbound. Gonzalez takes it away, flips to Hill for two. 48-23. It's a 25-point margin. Jones into the front court, has her pass deflected by Knuckles. It ends up with Salam, and she was fouled. Carson-Newman's getting back to its pressure defense ways. Head coach Mike Mincy and company did not press in their first two games to begin the year against Lander and USC Aiken. Now, while they had excellent defensive performances, today's has led to a lot of offense and some easy twos. Long inbound. It's all the way into the backcourt near the Lakers bench, where Jasmine Burtz tracks it, or passed it to Daz Janae Green, who tracks it down. Green around a screen. Cut off by Hill. Now bounces it right block. Solemn faces up, goes around the cup. Doesn't shoot it, though, and passes and throws it away to Sullivan. Jen picks up her dribble and now skips it front court. Knuckles. Left wing skip to Hill. She drives, gives it back to Knuckles for a right wing three. It is short. Offensive rebound, Keely Rogers to a cutting Knuckles. Pass deflected and turned over. Ball back to Clayton State with 5:23 to play. It's 48-23. Carson-Newman. Lady Eagles have poured in 8 triples so far by my count in this first half and have come up with another steal. 3-on-1. Sullivan's going to take it herself for 3. It was a practice 3, and she missed it. Rebound, Jasmine Burtz. Approaching the halfway point of quarter number 2. Burtz dribbling out front, crosses over around a screen, steps back, has a 16-foot shot blocked by Maddie Knuckles. Second block of the quarter for Knuckles, who, after the first weekend, was leading a Lady Eagles defense that was 3rd in Division II in blocks per game. The Eagles had 15 in their first 2 games, led by Knuckles' 7. Inbound to Green, and she traveled. Didn't put the ball on the floor and just started moving. And Clayton State once again turns it over. I'm going to refer to live stats, even though live stats in our statistical here, what we can look at is off. They've got Clayton State for 14 turnovers. I'm going to bet there's at least 4 or 5 more on there. Knuckles and the Eagles break the pressure. Ball goes into the corner for Caroline Hill, and her shot is rejected out of bounds by Gibbons. It was a 3-on-1 break after the Eagles broke the press break. And Gibbons, the only defender back, closed out quickly on Caroline Hill in the corner to block the shot. 4:50 to go, first half, 48-23. Carson-Newman. Lady Eagles led by 18 after 1, have pushed that to 25. Sullivan inside the arc, pick and pop with Knuckles. She pump fakes, drives by her defender, and shoots a right-hand layup. That was simply too easy, and it's 50-23, Carson-Newman. Eagles by 27. This is now the largest lead. 4:30 to go first quarter, or first half. We've got a foul away from the ball. Rogers tracking down Kyla Green, the sophomore guard from College Park, Georgia. Rogers picks up her first. It's Carson-Newman's 3rd team foul of the second quarter. Inbound in front of the Lady Eagles bench, coming from Jasmine Burtz. Gives it in to Green. Or rather, Green. Green driving right. Goes into the right corner for Jasmine Burtz. She lines up a 3. It's bricked off the backboard. It's loose inside the painted area. And the officials signal for a jump ball. And the possession goes to Carson-Newman, who is in front 50-23. Long skip pass intercepted. Lakers force a turnover. Burtz drives inside, makes a right-hand layup, off glass and good. Carson-Newman turned it over, and Clayton State turned it into 2. Jasmine Burtz finishes through contact for her 8th point to make it 50-25. Clayton State going back to the bench at the 4:09 mark. Couple of changes here. Jada Grigsby, a junior forward, is into the game, as well as a freshman guard, Amanda Ezukwu. At the 4:09 mark, Burtz completes the 3-point play. Inbound to Gonzalez. Lakers showing some of their own 2-2-1 pressure. Rogers and Gonzalez pass it in the backcourt, and the Eagles break the soft pressure and throw it away. Another mistake by Rogers and the Lady Eagles. Grigsby, 5-on-4. Sullivan recovers late, and the Lakers will set up in the half court. Carson-Newman statistically has 9 turnovers. Right side, it's Dalling Green skipping to Jasmine Burtz out front. She crosses over around a screen, driving left, and is fouled. Maddie Knuckles called for the foul at the 3:39 mark, I believe. And if it is Knuckles, that'll be 3. 3rd foul on Maddie Knuckles. 4th team foul. And Mike Mincy is requesting for a 30-second timeout. 3 minutes, 39 seconds to go in this second quarter. And Carson-Newman is in front 50-26. The Lady Eagles led by 18 at the end of 1. It was 34-16, and they've opened up a lead that has been as large as 27. It's currently 24 as Jasmine Burtz gets ready for a pair of free throws. First Bank is the official bank of Carson-Newman Athletics and the only place where you can get a Carson-Newman Eagles debit card. Stop by any First Bank location today to get your Carson-Newman debit card and show your Eagles pride. So Carson-Newman only scored 54 points last time out against USC-Aiken and shot the 5th worst percentage in the Mike Mincy era at 26.6%. Or, sorry, 3rd lowest percentage in the Mike Mincy era. They're off to a 50-point first half. And according to the scoreboard that is missing a few possessions, 56% from the field. First free throw is good. Second one spun in and out, and the Lakers grabbed the offensive rebound but turned it over. Turnover by Clayton State. It was Gibbons running the floor back into the play and taking steps before putting the ball on the floor to commit Clayton State's 15th turnover. 3:35 to go until halftime. Carson-Newman trying to hold on to the ball, take care of it a little bit down the stretch here, and keep this lead above 20 going into the break. Gonzalez breaks the pressure, skips to Rogers. One more at a corner for Hayworth, and her shot blocked by Gibbons. Out of bounds. That's the second block for Nataria Gibbons, a junior from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Inbound, Carson-Newman left corner. Carly Hayworth gives it into Rogers. Rogers dribbles once, now gives to Hayworth. Mike Mincy from the opposite end of the floor yelling for a play call. Hayworth dribbling right, gives it off to a pick and pop three from Chloe Heath. It's an air ball off to the left. Eagles come up empty, and with 3:10 to play in this second quarter, Clayton State will get the ball back. So Carson-Newman backs off, will play man-to-man defense in the half court. They were pressing most of this first half. Mike Mincy has pulled his team back off the pressure defense here late in the half. Clayton State's been able to operate a little bit in the half court since. Jasmine Burtz at the right wing. Dribbling, crosses over around Hayworth. Chloe Heath switches on to her after the screen. Burtz throws it up, no good. Offensive rebound, Dowling Green lobs it into the middle where Jones catches, gets blocked by Chloe Heath. Sullivan to the deck for the ball, and she's tied up. Many chances for Clayton State. Chloe Heath prevented a shot inside by Azukwa, and eventually it landed underneath the painted area for a jump ball. The arrow favors the Lakers. Inbound set to come from Jada Grigsby right side. Lobs it in to Azukwa, right wing, gives it back to Grigsby in the right corner. One dribble back out front. Azukwa calls for a play with 7 on the timer. Around his screen, pulls up, right elbow shots in the air, and it's swished in. Nice looking shot from the freshman. Clayton State's got 6 in a row, and it's a 21-point game. Eagles break the pressure quickly, and to the front court it goes to Sullivan, and she turned it over. Carson-Newman's offense has been disjointed late in this half, really since the 5-minute mark and on here. 2:25 and counting in this second quarter. Lady Eagles haven't scored in 3 minutes. Jasmine Burtz dribbles, goes backdoor for a pass to Azukwa. Her shot is up, missed, but a foul. Another one on Carson-Newman. The foul's racking up. They got Chloe Heath. Second on Heath. Amanda Azukwa will get free throws for Clayton State. They try to continue to mount a comeback here and trim this deficit. First one from Azukwa's up and rolls through. 50-30. Clayton State has the last 7 in the frame. Next one's up, good as well. 8 straight from Clayton State here before the half to make it 50-31. Sybil Penland into the game for the first time in the second quarter. Out goes Keely Rogers. Sybil gives it off to Emily Gonzalez. Right-hand dribble across the timeline. Crosses over, gives it off to Penland. She pump fakes with 3 dribbles and nearly turned it over. It's loose in the backcourt and stolen by Burtz. Another Eagles turnover. Burtz to the basket. Left-hand layup. Missed. Offensive rebound. Azukwa. And a foul from behind the play as Sybil Penland tried to sprint into the painted area to collect the ball. She was sprinting in and fouled Azukwa. Or check that, Grigsby. And Grigsby will get free throws. First one's up, no good. Sybil Penland committed that foul, by the way. That's her second. in this contest. So Sybil Penland has 2. Chloe Heath, Maddie Knuckles each have a pair of fouls as well. Missed free throw, but the Eagles unable to come up with the ball. It's loose underneath. We've got a tie up. The arrow favors Carson-Newman. Rebounding and taking care of the ball here, and even scoring for Carson-Newman has been a struggle in the last 4 minutes. Eagles have seen Clayton State go on an extended 8-0 run. Hayworth around his screen. Top of the key has the switch. The bigger defender's on her. She goes around her, but then kicks it out to a Sybil Penland 3. It goes in and out. Rebound collected by Gibbons. Outlet to Burtz. 90 seconds to play in an eventful first half from North Georgia's Convocation Center. Burtz drives in and gets swatted by Sullivan. Heath, long skip front court. Hayworth. 3-on-2. Carly skips it left wing. Sullivan's got 4 threes. Make it 5. Jennifer Sullivan's stellar first half continues. She makes her 5th 3, and Carson-Newman leads by 22. Big and much-needed three-pointer to snap a 3.5-minute scoring drought. Grigsby, Euro step in the lane, lobs it corner. Burtz driving baseline, picks the dribble up, now gives Azukwa with 10. Azukwa bumped and fouled by Sullivan. Eagles in the bonus, Eagles are in the penalty. Clayton State has drawn many fouls here late in the half. Sullivan commits her 2nd foul. 2 shots coming for Amanda Zigwill after Sullivan's 2nd personal. First one's in the air, and it's swished in. 53-32. Next one up in the air as well, and it's good. 53-33, 56 seconds to play. Eagles will bring Sullivan out of the game with her 5 threes in the first half and a 20-point lead with those fouls. Madeline Ladd into the game. She's got the ball in front of the Eagles bench. Now gives to Carly Hayworth. She's doubled along the timeline. Try to pass into the middle. It was picked off. No, Heath saves it. Passed it off to Carly Hayworth, and a timeout called by Mike Mincy. Carly Hayworth dribbled across the timeline, was doubled, tried to pass into the middle for Heath. It got deflected. Chloe went to the floor first and then flipped it back over to Hayworth. And Mike Mincy was yelling for timeout in the whole sequence. And once his team got the ball, his timeout request was granted. 30-second timeout with 42.7 seconds to play in the second quarter. And Carson-Newman leading 53-33. Carson-Newman's 1 point away from matching its point total last time out. The Lady Eagles were held to just 54 points on 26% shooting in last weekend's 8-point loss to USC Aiken. They shot 29.7% for the weekend and were able to come up 1-1, hoping for a perfect weekend in UNG's Nighthawk Classic, and off to a fantastic start, up 20 with 42 ticks to play in the opening half. Carson-Newman, according to statistics that are off, is shooting 52%. They are shooting 41% from 3, but from my count, the statistics have only recorded 7 of Carson-Newman's 9 actually made 3-point field goals. Again, North Georgia's communication staff has a lot on their hands this weekend. They're hosting the NCAA's Southeast Regional Women's Soccer Tournament, as well as this Nighthawk Classic. So a lot of hands in a lot of different places. And so they've got some things to worry about other than this game as well. And that's why statistics are a little off. 2 on the shot clock. Hayworth's going to chuck from 35 feet and airball it. Carson-Newman was not aware of the shot clock out of the timeout. And it gives it back to Clayton State. It's 53-33, 20 seconds to play, shot clock off. Nia Young will walk it up the floor. Young is the team's starting point guard, averaging 16.5 points per game, but has just 2 points so far. Around his screen, she goes 7 seconds, lobs it up over Knuckles, or rather Heath missed it. Gibbons offensive rebound, 3 seconds, kicks it back out. Grigsby pump fakes, floats one up from 8 feet, missed it, and that's the first half. Carson-Newman leads Clayton State 53-23. The Lady Eagles turn the ball over 12 times, but are able to come up with a 20-point lead thanks to 9 made triples and 50+% shooting from the field. A stellar first half as Carson-Newman in control at intermission. 53-33 is the halftime score as Carson-Newman begins the Nighthawk Classic this weekend against Clayton State. And it's all Eagles at halftime. We'll break it all down. Come back for halftime from North Georgia's Convocation Center after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Digital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Hey, Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel, from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
It's halftime. We'll head back to the arena for the Eagles Shop halftime report in 60 seconds. This is the Eagles Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Electric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
AEC is a distributor of Marathon energy-efficient water heaters. We offer 30-gallon to 105-gallon tanks. Marathon water heaters are durable, lightweight, and under warranty to not leak as long as you own your home. Foam insulation allows these thermal storage units to provide long-term temperature control. Marathon's lightweight tank is easier to maneuver and position. The bowl-shaped tank bottom allows complete sediment drain. AEC, empowering efficiency.
It's halftime on the Eagles Sports Network. Highlights, a check of the Eagles Shop scoreboard, and stats are headed your way.
Euro step in the lane, shot up off glass. It falls in for Keely Rogers.
Now let's head back to the arena. Here's the voice of the Lady Eagles, Andrew Wright.
We welcome you back to North Georgia's Convocation Center. It is a 53-33 halftime score. Carson-Newman in front of Clayton State in the 12th all-time meeting between these two programs here on the Eagles Sports Network. Andrew Rogers, glad you're with us as Carson-Newman tries to get back in the win column after suffering an 8-point loss last time out against USC Aiken. The Lady Eagles are trying to get right, and they did just that in this first 20 minutes. The Lady Eagles are up for 53 points to lead by 20 at the break. Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles, located in the MSAC Grand Hall. The Eagle Shop has all of your Carson-Newman apparel from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. Visit them online at eagleshop.cn.edu. So we talked about, if you're just joining us at intermission here, it's Carson-Newman 53 and Clayton State 33. Statistics have been way off during this game. The scoreboard was officially right, but in terms of player and team statistics, it has been way off. And so we'll give you some numbers, but just to give you an idea of how off some of the statistics are, North Georgia's Clayton State's got 33 points, and when the half came to a conclusion, Live Stats had them for 34 points. So they've been a couple of points ahead, at least one, throughout most of that first half. And Carson-Newman's got 53 at half, and Live Stats has them for 44. Not to confuse you anymore, but it's 53-33, so we'll give you some numbers. I can tell you that Carson-Newman has been led by Jennifer Sullivan. She has made 5 of Carson-Newman's 9 first half threes to lead the Lady Eagles, who outscored Clayton State 34-16 in that first quarter, and then outscored them 19-17. And what was probably a more sloppy second quarter for the pace of this game and how many shots and possessions there have been. Mike Mincy's crew probably could have at least reached 60, but a lot of turnovers in the second frame and missed shots, as well as some offensive rebounds for Clayton State, has allowed the Lakers to get that deficit down to below 20-17. But the Lady Eagles score one of their final four field goals to lead by 20 points at the break. So again, some of these statistics aren't live at the moment, but we'll give you just some of the team numbers to give you a general idea of how well Carson-Newman's playing. It's shooting 52% from the field, and that's with missing at least 3 to 4 field goals in this first half. Clayton State is shooting 30% from the field. Meanwhile, Carson-Newman's 42% from three-point range. Clayton State has only made 1 3. So there's a significant difference in three-point shooting. The Eagles have 9 threes, and Clayton State has just 1 in the first half of play. A lot of turnovers with several possessions missing from that first half. The two teams still combined for 27 turnovers. Clayton State committed 15 of them. Carson-Newman committed just 12. There were only 30 rebounds in that first half. I don't think that is true. It's 50-50 in the rebounding battle, according to some of the statistics we've got at the break. But for the plays that were recorded and shots that were recorded, there were 38 missed shots. So there are definitely some rebounds out there that have not been recorded in that first half. It's all Carson-Newman, though, 53-33 at intermission. We'll take a break and go around the South Atlantic Conference and update you on some scores when we return to Dahlonega, Georgia in a moment. This is the Eagles Sports Network.
Proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
A check of the SAC scoreboard is next. Stick around on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown. You make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel, from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
The Eagles Sports Network is part of SAC Live, the official digital network of the South Atlantic Conference. SAC Live is the home of all your South Atlantic Conference sports action, including 20 SAC championships. Time to get caught up with some SACtion. Here are the happenings around the South Atlantic Conference and the nation. Let's go around the league with a scoreboard update. Now back to the arena.
All right, we welcome you back to North Georgia's Convocation Center, where Carson-Newman leads Clayton State 53-33. 33 at intermission. Look around at some scores in the South Atlantic Conference on the women's basketball side. There is only one other game in the league, or by a league team, on this Friday. And it features Lincoln Memorial. They'll play the host of this Nighthawk Classic, North Georgia. Following our contest, Carson-Newman will play 14th rated North Georgia next time, or tomorrow afternoon. So it's LMU against North Georgia following our contest. Yesterday, Emory and Henry lost in overtime to King. We'll just run through some Wednesday scores. Anderson defeated Belmont Abbey by 3 points on the road. Mars Hill won by 17 over Virginia Lynchburg. Catawba collected a nice road victory in overtime over Augusta, 80-78. Tusculum lost by 24 to Young Harris. Coker defeated Barton by 22. The Cobras are fourth rated in the Women's Basketball Coaches Association poll. And Francis Marion spoiled LR's hot start to the year. The Bears won their first two games, but suffered their first setback, losing 68-63. In Carson-Newman sports, the volleyball team is in Rock Hill for the South Atlantic Conference semifinals, taking on a Wingate team that is one of the best in the country and has won 25 straight matches. Carson-Newman lost twice in the regular season, and so far is trailing 1-0. The Lady Eagles do have the first point of the second set, but lost the first set 25-14. Emerson Osmus and Annie Bizikowski have 3 kills apiece early in that match. Carson-Newman trying to pull the upset, and what will not be Carson-Newman's final game of the season. Lady Eagles are going to be in the NCAA tournament. On the volleyball side, they're rated 4th in the latest region rankings, but trying to make a run to the SAC title, and will have to do it in comeback fashion, losing by a set to the Bulldogs in Rock Hill. We'll take our final break here at the half. It is Carson-Newman by 20, 53-33, led by Jennifer Sullivan's game-high 22 points. We're back for the second half from the Convocation Center after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijos features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
This is Carson-Newman basketball.
Into the front court, losing her dribble, kicks it out, right wing, 3 from Bergstrom is up and good! As the buzzer sounds to end the first half.
On the Eagle Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
We welcome you back to North Georgia's Convocation Center. It is a 53-33 lead for Carson-Newman at intermission. The two teams are huddling up and getting set to start the third quarter of play in the Nighthawk Classic, the first of 4 games this weekend. Carson-Newman will play the first and last games of this event. They get Clayton State right now, and they get the 14th-rated Nighthawks of North Georgia to wrap up the Classic tomorrow afternoon. Before the second half begins, let's remind you that Eagle fans, Domino's is the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. When you're hungry, reach for Domino's. You get a large one-topping pizza for $6.99 if you use your Carson-Newman ID. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Clayton State will work right to left in this second half offensively in their white uniforms. Carson-Newman's in the visiting navy blue with orange lettering. Lady Eagles come out of the second half and out of the locker room in a 2-3 zone. Skip it left wing. It's got by Green to the free throw line. It goes. A skip pass is intercepted by Gonzalez. Gonzalez off to the races. Layup tried from the right side. Missed it. Ball bounces in the paint, and Green comes up with it and then throws it away. It was deflected, actually. Sullivan deflects it out of bounds along the sideline. Gonzalez was driving left, tried to go to the right side of the hoop. Maybe draw some contact. There was contact, but there was no whistle. And so Clayton State came up with the ball after the missed layup. Out front, the ball in the hands of Green, bouncing to Dismuke, off to a cutting Burtz, and she traveled, was met by Hill immediately, not expecting it, and took an extra step before putting the ball on the floor. Clayton State turns it over for a 16th time, or rather, 17th time. 30 seconds into the third. Gonzalez runs the point for the Lady Eagles across the timeline. Between the legs dribble. Motion Sullivan through. Chest pass top of the key. Rogers, one more to Hill. Left corner. Sullivan's wide open. She's got 5 threes. Make it 6, and there's a foul away from the ball. Jennifer Sullivan has 6 triples. She has matched her career high. And we've got a foul away from the ball. They will count the field goal, so Jennifer Sullivan has 25 points. They call a foul on Ateria Gibbons. I think she was trying to run through a screen set for Sullivan for a corner 3, and Gibbons was whistled for a foul with 9:20 to play in this third quarter. So the officials are keeping that there is a foul, but they're trying to review whether or not that Sullivan 3 will count. Because if it was well before, if the shot was well before the foul, it will not count. But if the shot was already, if the motion was already being intended for Sullivan to shoot the 3 as the foul was being committed, then they'll take the score and the field goal away from Sullivan. Jen has 25 points for Carson-Newman. I think that's off, though, because I have her for 6 threes if this one counts. Live Stats has her for 7, and where I'm catching their mistake is the Lady Eagles have 4 others with a 3. Maddie Knuckles, Carly Hayworth, Caroline Hill, and Keely Rogers all have 3-pointers for Carson-Newman. The Live Stats, though, have Maddie Knuckles without a 3-point field goal in this first half. So even though they have 7 threes, it will be 6 threes for Sullivan if that is what is determined by the officials. They're looking at the monitor, the third official that explained to me what the review was for. He is now the one across the way looking at the monitor. They've all 3 checked it out, and now they are going to talk things over. 9:20 to go in this third quarter. Carson-Newman trying to continue its hot shooting ways into this third quarter after making 9 threes in the first half. Mike Mincy just got an explanation. No explanation to Clayton State's Kalina Coleman. The official is discussing things now with the scores table across the way. Scoreboard has indicated that it is not, or the scoreboard has taken away the 3 points. So the foul was before the shot. Eagles inbound to Sullivan. It's still a 20-point lead. Sullivan tries top of key 3. It's off to the left. No good. Rebound Gibbons. So Carson-Newman has their 3-point shot erased after review. The foul was before, and now driving inside is Green. A low pass back out front. though controlled by Paige McDonald. Off to Kyla Green. Skip left side for Jasmine Burtz against the Lady Eagles zone defense. Gibbons hands off for Burtz. One hand skip to Green. A long triple try as an air ball. Nobody touched it. Goes out off the Lakers. Scoreless start to half number 2. It's a third quarter score with Carson-Newman ahead by 20. Gonzalez behind the back dribble across the timeline. Skip it right wing Sullivan. Jen to Gonzalez. Now back to Keely Rogers out front. Rogers one hand skip pass to Sullivan. Sullivan drives inside, touches paint, stops, finds a cutting Rogers. Rogers met by a second defender, reverses one more. Caroline Hill left wing 3 is in the air. It's butter. Caroline Hill second triple. She's got 8 points. And Carson-Newman leads by 23. It's 56-33. Make that 10 triples for the Lady Eagles after just 13 in their first 2 games. Green. Back out right side to Green. It's Kyla and Daz-Janae passing back and forth. Now they throw it inside for Gibbons. She goes up with a left-hand jump hook. Missed it. Offensive rebound McDonald. Her tip shot no good. Rebound Carson-Newman. Gonzalez pressured in the backcourt. Double team. Throws it up the sideline. Hill comes up with it. Skips it Rogers. Rogers to the baseline. Knuckles. 18-footer is good. It was eventful to get it into the front court finally, but once Carson-Newman did, it found an open Maddie Knuckles, who makes her 5th field goal. She has 12 points. And Carson-Newman has the first 5 points after halftime to increase the lead to 25. Burtz with a one-hand pass to McDonald. She rips through, goes behind the back on Sullivan. Tried to drive the lane, and Hill ripped it away. Now Rogers, 2-on-2 break. Keeley's going to drive. Eurostep with a left hand off glass. Kisses it home. 7 straight for the Lady Eagles after halftime, and it's 60-33. Jasmine Burtz bounces McDonald against Carson-Newman's 2-3 zone. Kyla Green, right-hand dribble. Bounces left wing, pass caught by Green. Skip it right side to Kyla Green. One dribble 3. Hits off the glass and misses. Rebound Sullivan. Skip it front court Knuckles. She catches, faces, skips left side. Caroline Hill pump fleek. Skips to Rogers. One more Jennifer Sullivan. Top of the key 3. Cash. Sullivan's got her 6th 3. Make it 10 straight for the Lady Eagles to start the third. And it's 63-33. 2-3 zones giving Clayton State some fits. Green lobs to Burtz. Now right side it's Daz-Janae skipping and Rogers intercepting the pass. A steal. Rogers into the front court. Skips it. Sullivan. Deep 2 is in the air and it's good. Jennifer Sullivan's nailing shots all over the floor. That's 12 straight to start the third. And it's timeout Clayton State. 6:15 to play. This one getting out of hand in North Georgia's Convocation Center. All smiles for Mike Mincy and his crew. They've got 12 in a row to start the third. And we're just 3 minutes and 45 seconds into it. Jennifer Sullivan leading the way. She's got 24 points. And it's the Lady Eagles by 32. This is the Eagles Sports Network.
Together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Clayton State inbounds the ball. Carson-Newman leads 65-33. Approaching 4 minutes into the period. Between the legs dribble for Grigsby. Now off to a right wing 3 put up by Sky Cleveland. Missed. Long rebound into the far right corner for Grigsby. And she'll reset for the Lakers against Carson-Newman's 2-3 zone. Ezekwe. She drives baseline around Gonzalez into the corner for the pass. And stepping out of bounds before the pass was Ezekwe. and a Clayton State turnover. So Live Stats have Sullivan for 27 points and 7 threes. If that is actually correct, that is Jen's career high in three-pointers with 7. I have her for 6. We'll have to clarify as we move forward beyond the game as Caroline Hill tries a corner 3, missed it. Sullivan in the paint after the offensive rebound, skips it out to Keely Rogers, who spins in a 3. All the triples are falling for the Lady Eagles right now. That is 12 of them in this game. Rogers is second, and it's a 15-0 run for Carson-Newman to start the second half. Clayton State still hasn't scored. Burt's into the paint. Zikwu's shot is off the mark. Rogers rebound. We're halfway through the third. Rogers pushing tempo. Go left corner. Sullivan triple in the air. It's short. Defensive rebound collected by Joy Harris. Harris's outlet pass goes to Jada Grigsby. Grigsby picks her dribble up left wing. Lobs to Harris. Back to Grigsby. Left wing 3 is in the air. It's off to the right. Sullivan defensive rebound. Jen looks ahead of the pack. Long skip Hill, but the pass is deflected out of bounds. 4:39 to play third quarter. Carson-Newman will inbound as it makes its first sub after halftime. Carly Hayworth into the game for Caroline Hill. 68-33. Lady Eagles dominating the Lakers here in the third quarter. It's a 15-0 run. The Lakers have missed their first 7 shots of the third quarter. Carson-Newman's made 6 of its first 10. Gonzalez, deep corner inbound to Rogers. Rogers one dribble, now gives to Sullivan. Left wing skip to Carly Hayworth. She crosses over around a screen. Navigating the defense, lobs out front. Keely Rogers. Plenty of time on the clock. Rogers driving and got bumped and fouled. Tiana Dismuke, the first-year forward out of Atlanta, Georgia, was pressuring Rogers, who tried to rip through and go right and get to the paint. And Rogers was knocked to the deck for a foul. Dismuke commits the foul, her first, and the team's second of the third. Inbound Gonzalez. Lob it out front, Knuckles the catch to Sullivan left wing now. Eagles run a screen, down screen for Rogers. Shot not there. She puts it on the floor. Pick and roll screen with Knuckles isn't there. She bounces it back to Sullivan. Sullivan drives to the basket, dumps it off for Knuckles, who makes a right-hand layup. Great work by Carson-Newman offensively. Sullivan drops her 6th dime, and the Lady Eagles have made it a 17-0 run to start the third. We're 6 minutes into it. 70-33. McDonald driving inside. She missed the shot. Ball deflects around, and Maddie Knuckles grabs the defensive rebound. Another miss for the Lakers. Eagles running. Gonzalez to the right wing. Knuckles pump fakes a 3, drives, lobbing inside, and a pass deflected out by a cutting Grigsby, or a cutting Rogers. Grigsby defending Rogers deflected it out. Subs both ways. Daz Janae for Clayton State. Daz Janae Green back on the floor. The Eagles bring Callie McMahon into the game for the first time. Out goes Knuckles. Inbound to Rogers. Reverse to Hayworth. She puts the ball on the floor, bounces to the baseline. It's caught by Rogers. Handoff Sullivan, left wing. 10 to shoot. Sullivan driving baseline, met by a second defender and turned it over. Good defending and help side defense by Sky Cleveland. Lakers running the floor, throw it inside. It's caught by Dismuke. She goes up for the shot and is fouled by McMahon. It was all the inside position by Dismuke underneath, running the floor to put McMahon in a tough position to defend. First on Callie, and just the first on Carson-Newman in this third quarter. Free throws for Tiana Dismuke. First one's off the back of the iron, no good. Clayton State's not scored in the third quarter. She averaged 11.5 points per game through the first 2, and one of 3 Lakers to score in double figures in their first 2 games. She misses both free throws. Defensive rebound, Sullivan. Dismuke just 4 points and has not scored a field goal in this game. Pass left wing, caught by Rogers. Throw it inside to Callie McMahon, kicking out Carly Hayworth. Pump fakes a 3, tries a step-back shot, now gives to McMahon. McMahon, nice find to Rogers. One more, Gonzalez. Gonzalez drives right around her defender and scoops it up with a right-hand layup. 19 straight points for the Eagles here in the third quarter. It's 72-33. Under 3 to play in this third quarter that has been controlled by Carson-Newman's offense and defense. Crossover by Green. She had it ripped by Hayworth. 1-on-2. Hayworth to the trailing Sullivan. And she traveled. Carson-Newman turns it over for just the second time after halftime. And possession back to the Lakers. Madeline Ladd, Sybil Penland, Caroline Hill all back into the game. Sullivan, Rogers, Gonzalez out. What a response from Mike Mincy's crew in this contest. It's 72-33. 19-0 Lady Eagles in the third. Bad pass. I don't know what Ezukwi was looking at as Caroline Hill steals it away, pump fakes, and leads it in from the right block. Amanda Ezukwi just passed it to Carson-Newman in the front court. 74-33. It's a 21-0 run in this third quarter. Clayton State hasn't scored. Around his screen, a deep two up into the air by Daz Janae Green. Missed everything. Offensive rebound was in the hands of a G, but she was out of bounds once she tried to dribble the ball. Tasia G steps out of bounds, and it's Carson-Newman ball. 74-33. Carly Hayward sprints into the front court, a double team on her. She dribbles past one defender into the corner, navigates her way out of it. Dribbling out front now. Gives it off Sybil Penland. 1:50 to play third quarter. Penland driving right. Met by two defenders. Gives it off to McMahon. Callie out to the left side. It's Carly Hayward from way downtown. Missed it to the left. Offensive rebound. Madeline Ladd. One pass out to Callie McMahon. Right wing three. Banked in. They're all going in for Carson-Newman tonight. Callie McMahon hits Carson-Newman's 13th three. It's a 24-0 run. Clayton State hasn't scored in the third quarter. A G around his screen, a deep two, barely hit the rim. Rebound, Hayworth. Hayworth driving inside the arc, right to the basket for a right-hand layup. Carson-Newman's dismantling the Lakers. It's 79-33. It's 26-0 in the third quarter. 60 seconds to play in the period. Free throw touch for Green, off to Ezukwi. She drives, dishes it off. Shot up by Dismuke is no good. Rebound, Callie McMahon. The Lakers are 0 for 12 in the third. Carly Hayworth steps back, hesitates, drives to the basket, gets right around her defender, missed the layup. McMahon offensive rebound. She had it swatted by Dismuke. 40 seconds to go. Dismuke pushing tempo, crosses over, drives to the bucket. Shot up, offensive foul. Sybil Penland takes the charge. Dismuke out of control and turns it over. 79-33 is the score. This was a 53-33 game at the break. And Carson-Newman's opened up a 46-point lead thanks to a 26-0 third quarter. Holy smokes. 2-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Eagles dribble it into the front court. Ladd pulls up for a 12-footer. Hit the back of the iron, no good. Dismuke defensive rebound. Shot clock's dark. 20 seconds to play in the third. Trailing is Joy Harris for a left wing three. It's short. Offensive rebound deflected out by Carson-Newman. In position was Daz Janae Green for the rebound, and Penland knocked it out. 13 and a half seconds to play in the third quarter. Will Clayton State score in the period? Green catches with 10 to go. Pulls up left corner three. No good, off to the right. Offensive rebound. Ladd blocks the shot. Dismuke ends up with it. She goes up and is fouled with 3.5 seconds to play in the third. 79-33. Carson-Newman's trying to pitch a shutout in the third quarter. And Tiana Dismuke will try to be the one to get the Lakers on the scoreboard in the quarter. Dismuke has all four of her points from the stripe. She is 4 of 6. First one's in the air, and there is Clayton State's first point of the third quarter with 3.5 seconds to play in the quarter. 79-34. Dismuke's second one's no good, and she stepped over the line after she released it. Already knew she missed it. Clayton State has 1 point in the third quarter. 79-34, inbound to Ladd, 2 seconds. Ladd will just dribble out the clock, and that's the end of the third quarter. What a third quarter from Carson-Newman. I'm speechless after that period. Carson-Newman shoots 61% and holds Clayton State to just 1 point in the third quarter. It is 79-34. The Eagles outscore the Lakers 26-1 in the period, and lead by 45. We head to the fourth quarter from Dahlonega, Georgia after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Thing about my community, the safety, the reliability, the people. We rely on each other, and we rely on local electric co-op. It's not just about electricity. It's about empowering community, empowering moments, empowering safety, empowering togetherness, empowering knowledge. That's why when I need something, I rely on my co-op. I trust my co-op because the co-op is us. We are the co-op. AEC. Member-owned and service-driven.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Fantastic work by Mike Mincy's crew in quarter number 3. Carson-Newman outscores Clayton State 26-1 in the third period and has opened up a 45-point lead as we get set to start the fourth quarter from Dahlonega, Georgia. I'm Andrew Rogers, glad to take you through this contest for Carson-Newman women's basketball. Here on the Eagle Sports Network, Eagle fans, Lisa's Country Kitchen serves the best home-cooked meals the Lakeway region has to offer. Lisa's Country Kitchen is the official restaurant of the Carson-Newman Eagles. 79-34. Carson-Newman's obviously got its season high in points. They scored 72 in the opener, 59 last time, or 54 last time out, has 79 with still 10 more minutes of basketball. Clayton State goes zone to start the fourth quarter. Hayworth skips to Ladd out there with Penland. Delaney Weddington's in the game for the first time, along with Chloe Heath. Right wing skip to Madeline Ladd to the baseline. Sybil Penland finds Weddington, who pump fakes a shot, gives it to Carly Hayworth. Left wing three is in the air. It's butter. Carly Hayworth joins the three-point party. She's got 8 points, and Carson-Newman leads 82-34, a 48-point lead, the largest of the game. Pass deflected out. Carson-Newman's been in a zone defense this entire second half, and that has given Clayton State a whole host of problems offensively. Skip into the corner, and Weddington steals the pass. And then traveled. Thought she had to skip into the front court and took an extra step. Carson-Newman turns it over for the 15th time. Clayton State in this game is shooting 21% from the field. Carson-Newman held held Coker to 24% in the NCAA tournament last year, nearing a similar lower mark thanks to Carson-Newman's good defense, full court and against the zone, or with the zone. Reverse shot by Dismuke's no good, but she puts it back up and in after missing and getting an offensive rebound. She hit the bottom of the backboard, got it back, and flipped it home for Clayton State's first field goal after halftime. Hayworth quickly into the front court. Bounce to Heath. One more. Ladd right wing three. Hits the left side of the iron and misses. Rebound collected by Jasmine Birch. She sprints into the front court, crossing over. Kicks it into the corner. Kyla Green driving middle. Floats one up off glass. No defensive rebound. Chloe Heath. 82-36. Heath is in no man's land and then just fouled by Jada Grigsby. Nobody was there to get an outlet pass, and Heath was just smothered by Grigsby, and eventually the officials whistled her for a foul. 8:32 to play in this fourth quarter. And the Lakers will bring a sub into the game, Amanda Ezukwu into the game. Clayton State showing some 2-2-1 pressure against a whole host of reserves for Carson-Newman, who has a 44-point lead, and we've got a foul, or a 46-point lead, rather. We've got a foul on Ezukwu. Her first team's second foul. Eagles will inbound. Weddington bounces it for Hayworth. Now it goes into the left corner. Sybil Penland. Penland throwing it inside. Too far for Chloe Heath to get to, and Carson-Newman gives it away for the 16th time. So everybody's played for Carson-Newman in this game. You've got 5 bench players on the floor. Hayworth in line at the top of this 2-3 zone. Penland, Weddington, and Heath along that back line in this 2-3 zone for Carson-Newman 2 minutes into the fourth. Bounce pass, top of the key. Kyla Green, high post touch. Caught by Jones. He drives around Heath and got fouled. Nice take there by the senior guard Anaya Jones from Chesapeake College. Drawing the foul on Chloe Heath. Carson-Newman's first foul of the fourth quarter. As Jones buries the free throw. Heath's first foul, or check that. Third foul, 82-37. Jones lining up a second free throw. It's in the air, and it swishes in. 82-38. Clayton State's got the next 4 points in this game. They're pressing Carly Hayworth, doubling her in the backcourt, but she dribbles right past three defenders, sprinting into the front court to navigate the dribble and set up the Eagles' offense. Carly, right-hand dribble, one-hand pass to Madeline Ladd. Bounce high post Heath. She faces, now gives to Hayworth. 12 on the timer. Hayworth steps back. Long skip right side for Weddington. She drives. Floats one up too strong. It was a pass to Penland, though. Sybil catches. Skips it corner, but the shot clock reset. And it should not have. Ball never hit the rim. Clearly, it was an air ball by Weddington. And the shot clock operator reset it to 20. The officials will not review it. They're just going to put 4 on the timer. So 4 to shoot for Carson-Newman. Left corner inbound in front of the bench. Inbound to Heath. 3 seconds. Heath to Hayworth. Carly, one dribble. Long three. Buckets! A Carly heave from near half court is Carson-Newman's 15th three and Hayworth's third. It's 85-38. Jones dribble handoff with Kyla Green. Green touches paint, now dribbles back out and lobs for Burtz. Jasmine Burtz, long skip left corner. It's caught by Azukwi. She drives baseline, puts up a shot, and flips it home. Ezekwu's got 10. She's the second Laker in double figures. They're pressing Hayworth. She's doubled, and a tie-up will give it to Clayton State. $85-40 is the score. 6:57 to play in the fourth quarter, and it's all Lady Eagles. They have outscored Clayton State 32-7 in the second half. Kyla Green reverses to Ezekwu. Now inside to Jones. Nice spin move around Heath. Missed the shot. Offensive rebound, and stick back is good for Tiana Dismute. Eagles navigating some pressure. Long skip front court for Sybil Penland. One dribble and gives it to the trailing Hayworth to set the offense. Hayworth's going to step into a long three. It's off to the left. Long rebound into the left corner is an offensive rebound for Heath. Back out to Hayworth. She flies by a defender, drives inside, and lost the ball, but got fouled as she tried to step her way through 2 white jerseys. Ezekwu commits the foul, her first, and the third by the Lakers in the fourth. Back to the bench goes Kalina Coleman. Dejanay Green back on the floor. Ataria Gibbons out there now as well, as Hayworth is granted 2 free throws, and the first one spins out. Carson-Newman was perfect from the stripe before that miss. Next one is in the air, and it's off to the left. Heath, offensive rebound, goes back up, left hand, missed it. Ball tips around, and Gibbons collects. Lakers into the front court. Daz-Janae Green pulls up left elbow, missed the shot. Chloe Heath, defensive rebound. 6 minutes to play. Carson-Newman by 43. Hayworth lobs it, turns it over. Trying to lob pass to Heath, cross court. It was stolen by Ezekwu, and she missed the layup from the left side. That sums up Clayton State's afternoon. Skip it. Hayworth into the front court, underneath to Weddington. Tried one more into the corner for Ladd, but it was deflected out. 85-42, 5:48 to play in the fourth. Lakers go back to the bench. Paige McDonald returns, one of the 5 starters for this group, and out goes Anaya Jones. Inbound Ladd in the right corner, gives it to Heath. Catch 3, right wing is off to the right, no good. Rebound along the baseline collected by McDonald. 85-42. Skip it left side for Daz-Janae Green to the trailing Jasmine Burtz. Burtz, one of 2 Lakers in double figures. She has 10, trying to add to it, and she floats it up and in. 12 for Jasmine Burtz to make it 85-44. Approaching the halfway point of the fourth quarter, Carson-Newman brings the ball into the front court, leading by 41. Hayworth crosses over around a defender, met by a second defender. They switch onto her. Now give it to Madeline Ladd, top of the key. Back to Hayworth left side, 12 to shoot. Carly against the zone defense gives to Weddington, back to Hayworth. Timer down to 7. Hayworth turns it over, then steals it back and keeps it in play. Carly driving inside, crosses over, left-hand layup off glass, no. Sybil Penland offensive rebound. Penland pump fakes, throws it up with the left hand, no, but a foul, an elite foul, as Sybil tried to throw it up and in after getting an offensive rebound. Gibbons commits her third, and it brings us to a break. 4:51 to go in our fourth quarter. Carson-Newman outscored Clayton State 26-1 to break this game wide open, and that was a third quarter score, 26-1. Clayton State outscoring the Eagles 10-6 in the fourth, but Carson-Newman's lead is still 41, 85-44 with 4:51 to play from Dahlonega, Georgia, here on the Eagles Sports Network.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit seeandeagles.com/Eagle Club.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Light is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilight.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Andrew Rogers, glad to welcome you back to Dahlonega, Georgia. Free throws for Sybil Penland, the younger sister of Campbell Penland, one of Carson-Newman's 31 1,000-point scorers in the program's history, and Sybil swishes home her first career free throw. She made 2 field goals and scored 5 points in her first 2 career games last weekend as her first point in this game. Next one's in the air as well, and it gets the unfriendly roll, hitting the front of the iron, the back, and bouncing out. Lakers quickly into the front court. Nice passing between 2 Lakers in the corner. Missed three-pointer is collected by Madeline Ladd. She dribbles into the front court, hesitates around a defender, pulls up for a 12-footer, and gets the friendly roll. Nice shot by Madeline Ladd for her first field goal. Carson-Newman's played 11 of its 12 available players, or all 12 players, and 11 of those 12 has scored as Jasmine Burtz makes Clayton State's just second 3. Quickly into the right corner. Ladd's open for a corner 3. This one's short. Offensive rebound, Sybil Penland, and she had it ripped away and stolen. 88-47. We come up on 4 minutes to play in the game. Burtz driving baseline, spins middle, feeds a cutting Daz Janae Green. She's tied up, a jump ball. It was Delaney Weddington tying up possession, and that arrow favors Carson-Newman. 88-47 is the score. 4 to play in the game. Weddington inbounds for Harmony Sullivan. Harmony dribbles up the sideline, lobs to Delaney Weddington, who goes after the basketball, skips it inside behind McMahon. It hits off a Clayton State player, though, but Sybil Penland didn't realize it, and it goes off Carson-Newman last as Penland tried to save it. 41-point game. Carson-Newman's led by as many as 48. They did that by making a 3-point field goal to start this fourth quarter to increase the lead to 82-34, and another turnover by Clayton State. Number 26, Ladd the steal, lob it ahead to Harmony Sullivan for a right block layup. Harmony Sullivan has her second field goal. She has 6 points, and Carson-Newman leads by 43, 90-47. Right wing is Daz Janae Green. Try to bounce pass. Got it to Burtz, who floats it up. Missed the shot short. Rebound deflecting around. It's collected by McDonald. Green driving and is fouled by Sullivan. Harmony Sullivan commits Carson-Newman's second team foul and her second of the game. 3:14 to play in this one. It's all Eagles thanks to 53% shooting. Serving East Tennessee for 40 years is Magaha Electric, the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. The basket was good in the active shooting. Free throw made as well. 40-point game as they come up with a steal. on the inbound. Green catches a reverse pass and then throws it. It gets deflected to McDonald, who banks a shot off glass and good. 90-52. Carson-Newman struggling with some pressure here. Sullivan in the backcourt, lobs front court. Sybil Penland. 3-on-2. Sybil drives middle, kicks it out. Delaney Weddington, top of the key, 3 in the air, and she swishes it in. First career points for Delaney Weddington, the Morristown native, makes it 93-52. That is Carson-Newman's 16th 3. As Janae Green reverses back to Izukwu. Her pass deflected and stolen by Ladd, but Izukwu takes it right back, dumps it off to Gibbons, and she lost it out of bounds trying to go up with it. Clayton State turns it over for a 27th time. And we'll go back to the bench here as Sky Cleveland returns to the game. And they're also going to bring Kyla Green back to the floor. 93-52, and every single Lady Eagle that has stepped onto the floor in this game has a point. Led by Jennifer Sullivan's game-high 27 and a career-high 7 threes. Into the right corner, Ladd throws it inside. McMahon, pump fake, shoots a shot off glass, missed it. Sybil Penland, another offensive rebound. Kicks it out on a dribble pass to Ladd for 3. It's off to the left. Rebound deflects to Kyla Green. Green into the front court with 2 to play, driving, trying to split 2, lost it on the way up. And Madeline Ladd keeps it in play for Carson-Newman, sprinting left to right. Ladd throws it away. Just threw it into 3, in the area of 3 players, and not sure who it was going to. Lakers stole the ball, though, as they reverse to Cleveland for 3. Nice shot by Sky Cleveland, her second three-pointer, after entering this game with no field goals. (93-55), and the Eagles turn it over as Sullivan's crossover, she thought was deflected. It was not, though, and so Carson-Newman gives it back on another turnover. 93-55, Clayton State's outscored Carson-Newman 18-14 in this fourth quarter, but it's a 26-1 third quarter that made this game get out of hand. 90 ticks to play. Kyla Green, right wing dribble. Out front it goes to Jasmine Burtz. She dribbles a couple of times. Now reverses to Sky Cleveland. She's going to launch a 30-footer. It goes in and out. Rebound Delaney Weddington. Lob it to Sybil Penland. Right-hand dribble into the front court. Here comes a double team. She gives it to McMahon at the baseline. Bounce Weddington. One more. Harmony Sullivan's lining up atop of the key 3. It's short. Defensive rebound Cleveland. She'll throw it ahead of the pack and throw it away. Jasmine Burtz couldn't handle the high pass, and Clayton State coughs it up for a 27th time. 60 seconds to play, 93-55. An excellent bounce back for the Lady Eagles. Ladd gives it to Harmony Sullivan. Sullivan's going to fire atop of the key 3. She's wide open, and she swishes it in. Harmony Sullivan joins the three-point party. That's 17 triples. And it's 96-55 Lady Eagles. A 41-point lead. Throw it inside. McDonald, or rather Gibbons, the catch, driving on McMahon. Missed the shot, but got fouled. Late foul. As Eteria Gibbons, the junior forward from Fort Lauderdale, was found on a driving layup attempt from the left side. 37 seconds to play. Gibbons will get free throws. She has missed all 3 of her shots in this game and misses her first free throw of the game. She is scoreless in this game, but has grabbed 5 rebounds, the second most on the team. Second free throw is in the air, and it gets hits the front of the iron, the backboard, and falls through. 40-point game. Nearly a turnover. Penland's pass to Sullivan is caught by Sullivan. Reverses left baseline for Weddington, who pump fake, shoots a floater in the lane, missed it. It's loose underneath and rolls out of bounds off the Lakers. 24.5 seconds to play in the game. And it'll be a Carson-Newman inbound. There is a 4-second difference between the timers. Harmony Sullivan looking for an inbound. Gets it in late to Ladd in the left corner. Ladd dribbles it back out front. Inside it goes to Callie McMahon. She's got space. Instead reverses to Weddington for a driving layup. Missed it. Offensive rebound, McMahon. Jump ball called, though. And the arrow favors Clayton State this time. 13 seconds to play in the game. It's going to be a nice bounce back for Carson-Newman in this neutral site game. Jasmine Burks' floater is up and good, 96-58, and that'll be the final score. Harmony Sullivan will dribble it out, and Carson-Newman bounces back in a strong way. The Lady Eagles shoot above 50% and bury 17 three-pointers en route to a 38-point victory over Clayton State. Carson-Newman improves to 2-1, and the Lakers fall to 1-2. Excellent bounce back for Mike Mincy's crew, and we'll hear from the head coach on the Domino's post-game report, which heads your way after these messages. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
Out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel, from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
The game's over, but we're just getting warmed up. The Domino's post-game report starts in 60 seconds on the Eagle Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
This is the Domino's post-game report on the Eagle Sports Network.
Left wing Rutherford 3 up and kaboom! Tori Rutherford.
Your stats breakdown. A conversation with Mike Mincy, presented by Modern Woodman Financial Planning, plus the selection of the AEC electrifying play and the Premier Building Maintenance Player of the Game are all headed your way. Today's game is also brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By First Bank, the official banking partner of Carson-Newman Athletics. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By Fresh Ideas, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By Food City, value every day. By Premier Building Maintenance, delivering service with pride. By Trilite, dream big with gig. By Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. By the Mossy Creek Roasting Company, family-owned and operated, coffee fueling the Burt Carr Stadium press box. And by the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Let's head back to the arena and the voice of the Lady Eagles, Andrew Rogers.
Andrew Rogers, glad to welcome you back on the Domino's post-game report. Carson-Newman victorious in a big way, a big bounce back for Mike Mincy's crew to collect a 38-point victory in a game they led by as many as 48 points. It's a 96-58 final score here on the Eagle Sports Network as we start the Domino's post-game report. Eagle fans, Domino's is the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. When you're hungry, you should reach for Domino's. You get a large one-topping pizza for $6.99 with your Carson-Newman ID. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. We'll hear from the head coach, Mike Mincy, as well as our premier player of the game, Jennifer Sullivan. More on Premier as we go through this post-game report. But what a game for Carson-Newman in this one. They started with a 32-16 lead after the, or 34-16 lead after the end of the first quarter. Outscored Clayton State 21-17 in the second quarter and led by 20 points to jump out to a nice 20-point lead, led by as many as 27 in the first half, before seeing Clayton State whittle that down with thanks to a 10-0 run. They whittled it down to 17 before the Eagles got it back to 20 at intermission. And then the third quarter came, and it was a third quarter that Carson-Newman absolutely dismantled Clayton State, and it was because of a 2-3 zone. Carson-Newman was pressing a bunch. It was a high-tempo, high-possession first half of play, but then the Lady Eagles went to a 2-3 zone in the second half, and that did many things and many favors for Carson-Newman on both ends of the floor. The Lady Eagles held Clayton State without a field goal in the third period. The Lakers missed all 14 of their shots, and their only point came with 3.5 seconds to play in the period. One free throw made by Tiana Dismuke, who scored 9 points in the game. Carson-Newman led by Jennifer Sullivan. She nails 7 3-pointers of Carson-Newman's 17 in the game. And Carson-Newman wins by a final score of 96-58. Sullivan had 10 made field goals and 27 points. The 7 3-pointers made are a career high. Her 27 points are 2 off, matching her career high. And her 10 made field goals are 1 off her career high as well. What a day for Jen as she paces a Carson-Newman offense that makes 17 triples. They entered this game after shooting just 29% in the first 2 games of the year. That resulted in a win or loss. The Lady Eagles made 17 threes, and of their 35 baskets, shot 52% and 46% from 3, all after shooting 29% last weekend at the Sac Peach Belt crossover in Hickory, North Carolina. This time, it's a completely different story in Game 3 of a young season. It was all about high-level offense for Mike Mincy's crew to collect a 96-58 victory. Jennifer Sullivan, game-high 27 points, joined in double figures by 4 other Eagles. Maddie Knuckles pitched in 14 and made the second most field goals with her 6 of 9 shooting. Keely Rogers was 3 of 5. She had 10 points and 6 rebounds. Caroline Hill made 2 threes as well. She had 10 points to go along with 3 steals. Emily Gonzalez rounded out the starting lineup with 4 points and a couple of steals. Carly Hayworth rounds out the double-figure scores. She was the 5th player in double figures with 11 points and 2 steals. Carly made 3 3-pointers of her 4 field goals made in this game. Hayworth in double figures for the second time in her career, and that's a career high for Carly, the junior guard out of Maryville, Tennessee. Carson gets 5 players in double figures as well for the first time since doing it at Tusculum on January 18th of last season, or I'm sorry, January 18th against Wingate last season. Clayton State led by Jasmine Burtz is 17 points in the game. She made 6 of her 17 field goals for a Clayton State team that only made 19 for the game and shot 29% from the field, only made 3 threes and shot 17% from there. They capitalized on free throws. They got 27 attempts, but only made 17 of them. They did get a lot of points from the strength, but shot just 63%. Carson shot 75% from the stripe. Other areas are very 50-50 for the most part. And I think a lot of that maybe having to do with some statistical problems and errors that North Georgia's sports information staff was dealing with in the first half. But points off turnovers, similar. Points in the paint, very similar. When I say similar, within 2 to 3 points of each other. Carson-Newman and Clayton State matched each other in second chance points, but the Eagles doubled up, or actually had 10 more bench points than Clayton State in this 96-58 victory. So Carson-Newman gets back in the win column and erupts for 90-plus points for the first time this season, and that is something that Mike Mincy teams do often. It's the 79th time that a Mincy-led team 82nd time that a Mike Mincy-led team has put home 80 points or more. And it is the 79th time they've won a game when scoring 90 points or more. His team was fantastic in this one to collect a 38-point victory. We'll take a break here in the Domino's post-game report. Mike Mincy and Jennifer Sullivan to the microphone when we come back. This is the Eagles Sports Network.
AEC can install a surge protection device at your electric meter. The device works by diverting excess energy toward the ground through the ground wire. AEC also offers surge devices for inside your home to defend against possible voltage spikes that could damage your electronics, appliances, or equipment. This service is affordable and dependable. Order today and enjoy no connection fee. AEC, we power what matters most.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talents up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club. More player interviews and stats come your way in 60 seconds when the Domino's postgame report continues on the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnston Highway. The best food for the best prices.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
All right, Andrew Rogers back here on the Domino's post-game report with our premier player of the game, Jennifer Sullivan, after Carson-Newman's 96-58 victory. Jennifer, your team and you and your offense were firing on all cylinders in this game. 7 3-pointers from yourself. The team makes 17, shoots 52%, makes 46% of threes attempted in this game on a high volume. You shot 37 of them. Obviously, when you make 17, that's going to lead to a high percentage. Why was this offense really good after a rough first weekend? What did it take to get into bounce back mode and to come out and put a performance up like this?
Yeah, because just like you said, I mean, I feel like we did not play like ourselves at all at LR as far as shooting went. We've got a lot of shot makers, and just feel like that we didn't really convert over the last weekend. So our focus this week was getting into better shots and finding our shots that need to be taken, and just figuring out what we need to shoot to be at the highest percentage. And I feel like today we really did that well. We got into deep corners, got good spacing, and just took better shots, I think.
It all started in this game with a really good first quarter. You jumped on them quickly in this game, scored 34 points in the first quarter, led by as many as 27 in the first half. You had 5 threes. Why was this team really good in the first 20 minutes to then lead to the really strong third quarter?
I think we came out just I think the press really kind of helped us out too, because we got a lot of turnovers out of that, and that kind of catapulted our offense a little bit. So I think the first half we just came out super aggressive, and it led to good buckets. So
third quarter was really good. You went 2-3 zone in that third quarter. Clayton State didn't make a shot and only had 1 point. It was a free throw with 3 seconds left in the third quarter. What was so critical about the zone defense that made it difficult for them to score?
I think we just communicated really well, and I mean, we knew that they were trying to get inside a lot, and they're good at creating their own shots and getting downhill like that. So we really just kind of wanted to clog the paint and make things difficult for them, and I think it worked.
Obviously, when you score 96 points, you had 27 of them, which is a 2 points off your career high. Your 7 threes were a career high in this game, but several others obviously had to contribute to this offensive performance. A bunch of different players made threes, but Keeley, Caroline, and Carly all had multiple threes to make up for the 17. How good did it feel to see not just yourself, but the entire offense finding a groove once some of the shots started to fall early in this game?
Yeah, it felt really good, especially having the weekend that we did at LR and just being able to come in and remind ourselves, look, we can make shots. We're great shooters. Keep shooting the basketball, and it's going to fall for us. So I think it was a good confidence booster.
All right, you get 14th rated North Georgia team that you have not played in your career, but you've played in this building. You've seen them play, whether it be in the NCAA tournament. We played them last year, so you have played them once. I was rethinking in my mind. I was like, you've definitely played them.
Yeah, that's okay.
But you know what they are, their brand of basketball, and how good they've been in this region. What will it take on a short turnaround, less than 24 hours to get ready for the Nighthawks?
I think it's a lot less of kind of silly mistakes that we made over there that they kind of Clayton State kind of gave back to us a little bit. I think we've got to tighten up a lot more, be a lot cleaner, because they're a tough basketball team. They play really strong, really hard. They're not going to make the silly mistakes that we were kind of given today. So I think we just definitely have to clean it up a little bit, still shoot the basketball the way we did, and just tighten up on defense. We'll be good.
All right, Jen, congrats on a 27-point performance and a career-high 7 threes.
Thank you.
That's our premier player of the game, Jennifer Sullivan, after Carson-Newman's 38-point win over North Georgia here on the Eagle Sports Network. 38-point victory for the Lady Eagles. Jennifer Sullivan, our premier player of the game. The premier team delivers excellence. It doesn't happen by accident. The premier team delivers service with pride. It's a Carson-Newman victory, 96-58. The Lady Eagles are up for 17 threes in this 96-point effort as Mike Mincy makes his way courtside. As we get his thoughts following this victory, Clayton State was led by Jasmine Burtz' 17 points. Amanda Ezekwu had 10 points for a Clayton State team that was held to 29% shooting in this game and just 58 points. They did have a really good fourth quarter, which was their highest scoring quarter, but that was when the game was in a 40-point deficit throughout this one, and that was a strong third quarter from Carson-Newman that led to that large lead. They got up to as many as 48 points in this concept. Head coach Mike Mincy has the headset on, and we'll continue on with the Domino's post-game report after Carson-Newman's 38-point victory over Clayton State. Well, Coach, you shoot 52%, you make 17 threes, and you made 46% of your three-pointers. The offense was clicking on all cylinders. You started with the press. That worked well for your offense. You got a lot of easy baskets, and then into the third quarter, you went 2-3 zone, and that disrupted Clayton State, and you still got a lot of offense after that. What pleased you the most about how everything seemed to work in this game?
I mean, there's a lot to be happy with, obviously. I mean, and you and I have talked off camera, obviously, about our game plan for today. And I wanted to see us put the ball in the bucket. I want to see us take care of it. I know we end up with 23 turnovers, but we have 22 assists, which I always want the positive. But then when you look on the flip side, you know, they have 27 turnovers, only 5 assists. But thought we took care of it early, made shots. Jen obviously hit well there early. And I haven't looked at it to see how many people made a three. 1, 2, 3. 7 different players made a three. But it's just fascinating to me that you look at what happened last weekend, and as a coach, it makes you proud that you can go home, bad taste in your mouth, work on a few things, and then try to tell ourselves that's not who we are.
Right.
We're not that type of team. We were basically dead last in the South Atlantic Conference in field goal percentage and 3-point percentage, and then you have a game like this, which we're not capable. You're not going to do this every game,
Right.
but you have the capabilities of doing something similar to this more times than not.
In the first half, you pressed a bunch. You got a bunch of turnovers, some easy baskets, and that's what led to a 53-point first half. Why do you think your team was so ready to play from the jump start in this game? You led by as many as 27 in the first half. What impressed you the most about both ends of the floor to get things started in this game?
Well, we had a conversation in the locker room before the game about, from Division II girls basketball standpoint, it means something to wear the jersey that a lot of players before these players have created. And we felt like we recruited all of the players that are currently on this roster to replace those kids and do the same type things. And I couldn't have asked for a better response, honestly. We had some great assists in the layups. We got some turnovers that fed into easy stuff, and then we shot it well, And there were some moments in the first half that I didn't like in the second quarter, to where we didn't play as clean as I felt like we could. But we carried a 20-point lead into the half, and then the third quarter we decided to go zone for a variety of reasons. They were 1 of 7 from the three. We have a game tomorrow at 4. We didn't want to press the whole game, and why would we? We were at 20. And then we outscored them 26-1 in the third quarter. So zone worked well for us. And then in the process of all that, we still scored the ball well. So that was good.
You hinted at the third quarter there. You went to a 2-3 zone. Clayton State took 14 shots. They missed all 14 shots. Their only point was at the foul line with 3 seconds to go. Why was that zone defense so good, so effective against Clayton State offensively, and how did it frustrate them?
Well, you obviously scout, and Anderson had played them the last game, and they moved to the zone a little bit, and was able to hold them in check to some degree. So we knew it was one of those things to where if the press wasn't working and our man-to-man wasn't working, it might be something that we go to. So we spent some time on it this week, trying to prep for it, and we pulled it out at the right time. And again, it was a twofold thing. If we didn't have a game tomorrow, maybe we'd just stuck with the man, but we felt like we really needed to go with it to save legs. And the good thing is it worked beautifully in terms of us creating a big enough margin to where, I could rest almost all of the starters the entire fourth quarter. And then, the bench players were able to – they were iffy a little bit in the first half, but they were able to come out in the second half, especially there in the fourth quarter. And there's some things to work on. There's a lot of youth and inexperience out there, but they still scored the ball enough to where it was a 24-17 quarter.
5 players in double figures. Obviously, Jen Sullivan is going to headline that with her 27 points and career-high 7 3-pointers. Maddie Knuckles, 14. Carly Hayworth, career-high 11 points with 11. Keely and Caroline both hit a couple of threes and had 10 points. But we'll just talk about Jen. What impressed you the most? It seemed like anywhere she shot in this game, it was going to go in, or at least looked like it was good off their hands. What did you see from her rhythm early?
Well, she likes being down here. This is obviously she shot really well in our tournament win last year against Anderson, and she scored like the last couple of buckets we actually made against Coker in the semifinals. So, I think we've shot it well down here. The times with the kids that we certainly have on roster, we've shot it well when we come down here. And but Jen has a skill set that many don't have, and I think she really wanted to try to put some things on her shoulders to try to carry us out of the funk that we were currently in. And she goes 10 of 15 from the field, 7-11 from the three, 27 points. What'd she have? 6 assists, 4 times. It's a pretty stout stat line. But she's capable. It's hard to go 7-11 from the three every game, but we need games like that when she's doing that kind of stuff and everybody else pitches in, like you said, with Knuckles with 14, Keely played solid with 10, Caroline with 10. You have Carly with 11, and Harmony almost got the double figures with 9 points. And everybody that entered the game for us scored, which is another solid moment, that for some of these kids, like that's Delaney's first bucket in college. I guess Chloe had already scored. So I guess that was basically Delaney's first bucket.
You hinted at it, short turnaround, less than 24 hours. You'll face a North Georgia team that's moments away from playing a Lincoln Memorial team that you'll also see this season. What does this group need to do? Obviously going to be riding high heading into Saturday's game with the Nighthawks, a team you're familiar with and made it to the region title game. What does the focus need to be to enjoy this one, but then quickly get ready for a stout North Georgia team as usual?
Yeah, when you get in a tournament play like this, to where you know who your opponent is the next day. It's great that we won, but we play tomorrow at 4:00. And so we're going to automatically turn the page and start watching North Georgia. LMU started off well this year; they're 2-0. North Georgia's 3-2, but they went up and played some dogs up there at Fair State and Gannon and lost those games. But we know, they're probably one of the best teams in the region this year. And so it'll be interesting to watch a SAC opponent. Certainly LMU, as good as they've gotten off to a start in North Georgia. And I've been watching them since the get-go when they first played those tournaments up in wherever they were playing, up in Gannon, Pennsylvania somewhere. As we talked about it, they've got over 300 and something collegiate starts, and poor old me sitting here with like 90 starts on our roster. So, they certainly have the experience edge on their side, and all these, portal transfers. I think they've got 4 kids out of their 10 that actually started at North Georgia, and the rest are transfers. And Buffy does a great job, and they've picked up some really good players. So it'll be a challenge for us for sure.
All right, thanks for the time. Enjoy the win.
Thank you, Andrew.
That's the head coach, Mike Mincy, after Carson-Newman's 96-58 victory over Clayton State. We'll wrap this one up here from Dahlonega. Carson-Newman volleyball has been swept in the SAC semifinals. A 3-0 tally, 25-14, 25-21, and 25-15 are the 3 set scores from this one. That's the head coach, Mike Mincy, though, here on the Eagle Sports Network after his team's victory over Clayton State. His comments are brought to you by Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. His club back in action tomorrow, 4:00. It's the third game of a 3-game day tomorrow here at North Georgia's Convocation Center. The Lady Eagles will take on a Lady Nighthawks team that is rated 14th in the first regular season ranking of the poll, and they're about to take the floor with Lincoln Memorial here this evening. 5 double-figure scores for the Lady Eagles. They erupt for 27 and win by 38 in a game they led by as many as 48. That wraps things up here on the Domino's post-game report. Once again, your final score is Carson-Newman 96 and Clayton State 58. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Airtime is 3:45 with the Appalachian Electric Cooperative countdown to tip-off with scheduled tip time, which could change because of 2 games before us, set for 4:00. Until tomorrow afternoon, we thank you for joining us. It's Carson-Newman 96 and Clayton State 58. The Lady Eagles improved to 2-1, while the Lakers fall to 1-2. We'll talk to you tomorrow from Dahlonega, Georgia, here on the Eagle Sports Network.
(833-847-0824). Go Eagles!
You've been listening to the Domino's postgame report on the Eagle Sports Network. Today's game has been brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By First Bank, the official banking partner of Carson-Newman Athletics. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By Fresh Ideas, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By Food City, value every day. By Premier Building Maintenance, delivering service with pride. By Trilight, dream big with gig. By Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. By the Mossy Creek Roasting Company, family-owned and operated coffee fueling the Burt Tar Stadium press box. And by the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. The executive producer of the Eagles Sports Network is Matt Pope. Producers Adam Cavalier, Andrew Rogers, Ian Johnson, Jay West, Brianna, she's just a girl, DeCrow, and Matt Scalzo. I'm staff announcer Ernie Anderson. A special thanks to Carson-Newman and University President Dr. Charles A. Fowler. Stay tuned to these stations for information on our next presentation of Carson-Newman basketball. In the meantime, visit cneagles.com for recaps, highlights, and interviews from today's game. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
The right wing. Three put up by Sky Cleveland, missed. Long rebound into the far right corner for. Goes left side.
Through life.